scored as both teams made their way. 49ers. Team as they get ready here.
Defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had
side of the field for the visiting 49ers. Probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And there really is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as they will elect to not bring this one out as our first. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance.
Right, a terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all.
Upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 6 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit.
Can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Grover Stewart dropped her. It's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that.
The question is, why didn't he throw it away?
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. So here come the Cardinals now for their first drive. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Henry on first down, not finding much running room as he pushes forward for a yard or 2 at most. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call it productive?
What do you want?
Guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Taken down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline as a play caller. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
There certainly is, because we all know everyone is aiming for that number 1 seed. But failing that, because only 2 teams in the NFL get a bye, 1 from each conference, that question becomes who's hot? Who's peaking at the right time as you start the playoffs?
Jordan Phillips. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. We've seen a couple of Super Bowls start 2-0. The first score of this game could have very easily been a safety. That was close there.
It was close, and while it didn't happen in this game, it's funny you bring up the Super Bowls, because that would have been, what, Super Bowl 46, Giants-Patriots.
You're testing my memory.
And also
yeah.
Super Bowl 48, which was Broncos-Seattle when the snap went over the head of the QB, and guess what? It was 2-zip Seattle right out of the gate.
quick pass to Cup. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Cooper Kupp, 98 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And that's the type of play that'll give your sideline some juice, a long touchdown pass.
And it's like a bolt of lightning, isn't it? That suddenness of that play brings everyone to their feet in the stadium, and he takes it all the way to the end zone. Give him credit for making that type of a play call, even more credit for how they executed it.
This is Jakeem Grant. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race. Now, this is into the weekend in the NFC, and they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first time. I'm trying to do better here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Complete to.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Down and 13.
From the gun, Jackson eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson steps away to his left. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 39. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get it?
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football.
Jackson on the keeper. Fumble on the play. Recovered by San Francisco.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway as the season winds down and you look at them in totality. You know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
The offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Here's Jamie Gillandale as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
at their own 15-yard line.
The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Play brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He may try and run for this. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him the first down.
Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it.
Open man is Komet, the tight end.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Derrick Henry. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Derrick Henry with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Herbert now. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
A loss of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
A gain of 13 yards. And a 49er first down.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
First down.
On first down, it's Herbert. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap for Herbert. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. That's complete right around the 8. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
The 7-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and
Herbert throwing again. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. But that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and that'll make it third down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense at 1st and 10.
Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession.
And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 33 yards that time.
And a 49er.
So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was the Falcons who were able to pick up the victory at home. 24-17, your final score. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting New England Patriots. A 10-point victory in the end. 24-14 the final. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check on the Saints at home at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. 23-17, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, each team able to manage just one touchdown apiece. 7-7 is our score. And for the call...
Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Jakeem Grant now to return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Jakeem Grant on the return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And Henry gets the call there on 1st down as he pushes his way forward. A pickup of about 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
That's a gain of...
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that 1st down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He was held without a catch in the 1st half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Again to Henry. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. He can run for it, and he will. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Brought down at the 18.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Escaping the pressure right. And this one's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you have to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll run it again with Henry. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running...
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
They went zone blitz. They're obviously successful. What makes the zone blitz successful?
Well, just go ahead and let's break the term down. Zone means they're going to play zone behind them in coverage, not man-to-man. But the zone blitz, why it's confusing to offenses? Because oftentimes defensive ends or defensive tackles will drop back into coverage, and linebackers or safeties will usually fill that gap and blitz in their spot, messing up the blocking responsibilities.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25.
In every game, teams are looking for that momentum shift, and that run there, the offense feels like, hey, maybe we can get something going, but defensively, they've slowed them down the entire game. They don't want to turn into more. They're going to try and figure out a way to take it back.
And got his man complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Hey, man, let's play our game.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw again. Herbert. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Jakeem Grant on the return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They go play action now. Jackson. Flush to his right.
at the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
We talk about mobility in quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you? So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Being chased out left. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the scout troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Derrick Henry. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
And his kick is good. So that drive in total 8 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing again. Herbert. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Third and 2, Herbert. He's going to let it fly. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Cooper Kupp with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Grant on the return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10. At their own 24-yard.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
Throwing now is Jackson. Flushed out right. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
It's now third down and 14.
They go play action with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He may try. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
Now Herbert following the turnover. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
48-yard line.
Play action. It's Herbert. He'll get this one to Cobb complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 27 yards there, a first down.
And, partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Williams. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Williams on the carry. Taken down at the 19-yard line. It's a gain of a yard.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And they get the timeout called here. It comes with 1 second remaining on the clock. And everything right now rests on the right foot of Zane Gonzalez. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And everything right now rests on the right foot of Zane Gonzalez. The clock showing just 1 tick. This for the win. And his kick is indeed good. And Union Street will be hopping tonight. The 49ers have won it.
17.
Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the 49ers, their battle to finish 500 gets a slight lift as they move to 6-8 on the year. And they'll return home next.